So, ayun guys. So, this is final coaching. Okay? So, guys, ayun nga. So, upon request, and marami naman nagsagot ng, ng poll na sana recorded na lang. So, I'm, as much as I want to consider yung mga nagsagot na gusto ng face-to-face, which I also like to do face-to-face kasi mas madali yun, mas convenient. However, kasi is, yun nga, hindi ko rin sure if lahat makaka-attend or hindi. And if online naman, okay, parang may sasabay ata sa inyo na coaching din. So, para mas maulit-ulit na lang. So, eto nga guys, sabi ko nga sa inyo, it will boil down to your willingness to watch the video. Basta, I will do my part, I will do my best. And by the way guys, this is not required or doing final coaching is not required for us teachers, but I will do it. And ma-appreciate nyo din sana ibang teachers na ginagawa yung final coaching for you because, okay, it is out of our, ano tawag dito? Kumbaga, hindi naman nga required siya, but ayoko din naman na, since we are off term, ako lang teacher nyo dito, ayoko lang din guys na, kumbaga, pabayaan kayo with this one. Nagkakaintindihan? So, I want to give everything na kaya kong gawin. So, kung mapapansin niyo yung question, saan nyo ito naaalala? So, ito po yung ating, ito yung ating mock board, mock board questions. So, guys, this is from the presentation ni Sir Dom, kasi parang ginamit niya pala yung mock board na yun as coaching. I don't know sa mga retakers natin. But, anyway, ito na gagamitin kong presentation since ito naman yung pagkakasunod-sunod doon sa ating mock board. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? So, for number 1, so guys, magsimula na tayo guys. For concept guys, dito ko na lang titingnan which term, for number 1, which term refers to the force generated by a body in motion. So, dito ko lalagay para masulat ko din. Okay? Makinig guys, kung babasahin natin yung question, which term refers to the force generated by a body in motion? So, personally, ano yung magiging sagot nyo dito? Is it impulse, dynamics, impact, or static? Of course, pagka ganyan yung mga questions, nag-elimination tayo yan, di ba? So, alisin muna agad yung static because sinabi sa atin, guys, that the force generated by the body in motion. Okay? But supposedly, nakalagay sa answer key na ang tamang sagot kasi dito, guys, is the dynamics. I don't know why, but personally, this is not my, personally, kumbaga, this is not my personal option kapag nakita ko tong sagot, I mean the dynamic. So parang i-cross out ko yan, i-cross out ko yan sa isip ko. Siguro hindi, I'll just check if ano yung naging basis for that. Pero I think for this one, ika-cancel out natin yan. Kasi which term refers to the force? Ibig sabihin force yung inaaral natin. Ito, this one. Aba? The force. Okay, generated by a body in motion. Supposedly, if magbabase ka dun sa question, the correct answer should be impact. Okay? Tama ba? Ito namang impulse naman na to is the addition of force within the specific moment of time. Di ba yan yung I is equal to FC T2 minus T1? Di ba itong I na to is equal to T2 minus T1. Ibig sabihin, for the specific time interval, ilan yung force na nadagdag. Ang tinatanong sa atin guys, which refers to the force generated by a body in motion. Ibig sabihin, yung motion ng body mo, yung body mo is in motion siya. Pag sumalpok siya, doon siya magge-generate ng force. So, personally, ito yung sagot dito. Okay. But yun, i-verify natin bakit dynamics, and yun, i-recheck natin siya. And what do you call the retarding force acting opposite a body in motion? Pagka ulit nakakita tayo ng ganun dito guys, ito alisin nyo na to. Okay, kasi tinatanong sa atin is retarding force nga. Dynamics is a study of motion, okay, which nabe-breakdown siya into kinematics and kinetics. Ulit natin that kinematics is motion lang ang consideration niya, and for kinetics naman, may force na nag-a-act dun sa object, kaya siya nagko-cause ng motion. So for static friction, mali ito because ano sabi? Opposite body in motion. Ibig sabihin, ano daw yung nag-o-oppose sa motion? So, static, i-cross out natin siya because gumagalaw yung object natin. Next one is the kinematic friction, which we don't discuss anything like that. Wala tayong kinematic friction. We have kinetic friction. Okay. So, ganyan guys ang magsasagot ng mga conceptual problems. Elimination kayo, okay? Ngayon, solving na ba to? I think yes. Okay, so yan. Okay. Ngayon guys, I think yung number 1 and 2, wag na natin siya ilagay dito. Since doon na natin siya isosolve. Yung mga conceptual, dito na natin isosolve sa left side, ano? So, for number 1 tayo, for number, ano tayo dito? Situation, ano tayo dito? 3 to 5. For situation 3 to 5, or yes, 3 to 5, sabi dyan, the position of a particle along a straight line is given by S is equal to 1.5 t cube minus 13.5 t square, tama, plus 22.5 t, which is in feet. Kasi nga, sabi dito that the position daw, position kasi yan, kaya feet yung unit niya. S is equal to 1.5 t cube minus 13.5 t square plus 22.5 p. Yan. And by the way guys, this is a function of position with respect to time. Ibig sabihin, habang nagbabago yung ating time, nagbabago yung position natin. Okay, ngayon, ang tanong sa number 3, sabi may hint pa pala, plot to determine the total distance traveled. Dito medyo madaming nalilito as habang naglalakad ako, tinitingnan ko yung mga sagot nyo, parang medyo nako-confuse yung iba. So dito liliwanagan natin kung paano ba. Okay? Determine the position of the particle when t is equal to second. Number 3, ang hinahanap sa atin is position at t is equal to 6 seconds. Actually, ito madali lang to. So, basically, ipa-plug in mo lang yan. So, S is equal to 1.5 6 cube minus 13.5 t square. Tama ba? Okay? Plus 6 square. 6 square plus 22.5 6. So, ilan ngayon to? S is simply equal to, lilitaw yung sagot dyan. So, we have 1.56 square minus 13.56 square. Sorry, that's 6 cube pala. Yung 1.56 cube minus 13.56 square plus 22.5 multiplied by 6. So, we have negative 27. And since wala tayong negative na distance, but we have negative position, okay? So, negative 27 meters. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, bakit alang negative po, tayo dito? Because ang consideration na dito sa meron natin is absolute because there is no negative distance. Okay? For number 4 naman, determine the total distance it travels during the 6 time interval. Ito guys, please follow. Okay? Please follow the ano ba pwede kong i-term. Please follow the necessary procedure. I suppose, kung paano ba ipa-plot yung total distance. Ngayon, ganito gagawin nyo. Una kasi guys, is i-identify natin. Okay, number 1 is, identify when, okay, the object stops. Okay? Identify when the object stops. So, ibig sabihin, i-identify daw natin kung kailan daw hihinto yung object natin. Okay? And by the way guys, for a similar problem like this, iiwan ko yun sa inyo as sasagutan, pero i-shade ko dito sa left side yung answer key para mapalitaw nyo siya. Nagkaintindihan? So, para hindi lang ako yung feed ng information sa inyo, ma-practice nyo rin kung paano ginagawa. Una, is identify when the object stops. So, ibig sabihin, alamin mo daw kung kailan. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, kapag i-identify natin kung kailan ba nag-stop yung object, can you say that the velocity should be equal to 0? Kasi huminto nga di ba? So, ibig sabihin, paano natin gagawin yon? If we have, guys, that S is equal to 1.5 t cube minus 13.5 t square plus 22.5 t. Okay? Di ba kukunin natin yung first time derivative? Because the first time derivative of a function of position is velocity. So, yung velocity mo dito is basically equal to 3 times 1.5. So, magiging 4.5 t square. Di ba magiging 4.5 t square minus, ano to? Minus 27t. 27t plus 22.5. Okay, so nakuha mo na ngayon yung function ng position mo. I mean, ng velocity mo. Okay? Na at any given time, makukuha mo yung velocity. Eh di ba sabi natin, isa-set natin guys, yung v is equal to 0. Okay, so ibig sabihin, i-equate natin to as 0. Ngayon, makukuha natin yung time dyan, since may nakita ka dyan naka-square. So ibig sabihin, expect to given values siguro. And kung meron pang iba-ibahin nyo lang guys yung x value ng calculator nyo kapag ka nag-shift solve para mapalitaw nyo lahat ng solution doon sa i-shift solve nyo. So basically dito, hahanapin natin yung value ng t. So, alam nyo, or ina-expect mo na bibigyan ka ng maraming value ng t niyan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung t1 natin is equal to 1. Okay? And t2 naman is equal to 5. Ngayon guys, subukan mo na i-plug in yung 1 tsaka yung 2.5 dito. I mean yung 1 tsaka yung 5 dito. Ayan, sa mga ganyan, sa time, makikita mo 0 yan. Kasi nga sa 0 mo siya in-equate. So, 4.5, 1 square minus 27 multiplied by 1 plus 22.5. So, basically 0. And for 5 naman, ganun din. Okay? So, dyan siya nagsi-0. Ngayon, guys, makinig kayong mabuti. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is i-identify nyo. Okay? I-identify nyo, guys, ngayon, kung ano ba yung position niya at these given times. Nagkakaintindihan? Okay, una, identify when the object stops. So, nakuha niyo na yan. For number 2, identify the position when the object stops. Kasi sobrang hirap nga naman na bibilangan mo distance habang umaandar. Pwede ba yun? Habang umaandar, susundan mo siya. Okay? Yung kotse, halimbawa, habang maandar, binibilang mo yung distance niya. So, hindi. Ibig sabihin, kukunin mo lang siya dun sa may stopping stations niya. Saan ba siya uminto? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, alamin mo. Okay? At rest, alam mo nyo naman guys, na nagsimula tayo at rest, ano ba yung position niya when time is equal to 0? So, basically guys, function of position tayo dito, no? Ano? Function of position. So, ibig sabihin, 1.5, 0 cube, minus 13.5, 0 square, plus 22.5, 0. So, ilan ngayon na yung S natin is equal to 0? 1.5, 0 cube. Ay, 0 yan. Huwag na tayo maglokohan. Okay, so 0. Now, guys, for time is equal to 1 second. Okay, tingnan natin. Hindi to magsi-0, guys. Nasa function of position tayo, hindi sa velocity. Nagkakaintindihan. So, 1.5, 1 cube. That's cube. Baka sabihin 7. Minus 13.5. 1 square. Plus 22.5 of 1. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Check ko nga muna kung meron ba nga tayong mic. Baka salita akong salita. Ayun, okay naman. Okay. So, ilan ngayon to? So, this should be 1.5, 1 cube, minus 13.5 multiplied by 1 plus 22.5 multiplied by 1. So, this will be 10.5. Okay, so 10.5. Positive yan, ha? 10.5 feet. And by the way, guys, mamaya malalaman nyo yung pagkakaiba ng vector and scalar quantity natin. So, okay? So, S naman, when t is equal to 5, is simply equal to negative 1. 1.5 5 cube minus 13.5 5 square plus 22.5 multiplied by 1. So, ilan ngayon to? This is 1.5. So, ilan ngayon to? Basically, ang lalabas dito, if we have 1.5 cube minus 13.5 multiplied by 5 square plus 22.5. Sorry, this is multiplied by, okay, this is mali. This is multiplied by, wait lang. This is multiplied by 5. Wait lang. Plus pala yun, plus. minus 13.5, 1.5. This will give negative 37.5 feet. Okay? Sa ngayon, ganito. Dito medyo marami nagtanong, marami medyo nalito. Paano po sir makukuha yung total distance ng particle natin? At sinabi dito guys, para for convenience, plot the path to determine the total distance. Okay? So, dito medyo naging tricky, which is, I admit, kasi parang wala tayong nag-example na ganito. So, let's elaborate kung ano ba yung dapat gawin. So, titingnan nyo mabuti. Una nyo kailangan gawin is to establish position line. Sabihin natin nakalagay dito is establish position line. Medyo matagal to guys, kasi may isang example dito, kayo na bahala dun. Bagay ko yung sagot. Establish the, kasi napakadami, 70 items ata ito. So, marami tayong kailangang i-topic. Establish the position line. So, ano yun? Ganito gagawin. Ganito muna yung kailangan nating gawin. Okay? Makinig mabuti. Mag-establish ka na guys ng position line. Siguro, paano ba? For that, ayan. Hindi straight. Yun. Wait lang. Yan. So, sabihin natin guys that this is S is equal to 0. Sabihin natin this is your S, okay? Okay? 'Di ba? Ipa-plot natin ngayon yung time. Okay, 'di ba? Ang tanong natin dito is sa 6 seconds. Ayan, sa 6 second time interval. Ito yung tanong sa atin, 6 seconds time interval. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan nating malaman, okay, 0 hanggang 6. Pero guys, kasi hindi nga natin siya ma-identify dahil nga nagbalik-balik siya. Tama? Bumalik-balik siya sa position niya. So, hindi mo siya ma-identify kung hindi nga siya hihinto. Therefore, guys, kailangan mong i-plot yung mga positions niya at a given point kung saan huminto yung particle mo. So, ibig sabihin, nakahinto tayo sa 0. Nakahinto tayo sa, ano pa yung nakuha natin kanina? Nakahinto tayo sa 1 at t is equal to 1. At nakahinto tayo sa 5 bago tayo huminto sa 6. Tama? So, with that, i-plot natin ngayon sa position line. Tingnan nyo mabuti Okay, sige, mamaya ako nalilinyan. Makinig. Ibig sabihin, at time is equal to 0, S is equal to 0. Tama? Ngayon naman guys, tingnan nyo mabuti. Tingnan natin Sige, ilagyan ko dito is, tanggalin natin to, ilalagay ko yung position niya para madali siya i-plot. So this is 0, 0 to 6 yan. 0, ano yung niya? Ano yung position niya? So 0 din. Nung nag-1 na tayo, ang position niya is 10.5 feet. 10.5 feet. O sige, meron pala tayong kulang para baka mamaya baka mamaya magtaka kayo. Teka lang, ibababa ko lang to. Wait lang. Okay. So, kunin na rin na pala natin yung S is equal to S when T is equal to 6. So, basically guys, this will be 1.5 6 cube minus 13.5 6 square plus 22.5 multiplied by 6. Okay? So, basically, this will be 1.5 6 cube minus 13.5 6 square plus 22.5 multiplied by 6. So, this will give us negative 27 feet. And di ba kapag nagpa-plot tayo guys ng Cartesian, this will give us your positive x and this will give us your negative x. So, this is your y. Tama? Ngayon guys, tingnan nyo mabuti. Okay? Alito yan, medyo malayo. Okay, for 5 at time is equal to 5, ilan na nga tayo? Negative 37.5. So, negative 37.5. At for 6 naman is negative 27. By the way guys, ito yung reference mo, this will give or this will yield as 0. Okay? Now, ipa-plot na natin yan. Ipa-plot na natin. Okay? Ngayon, at time is equal to 1, S to guys ha, S yan. S yung ano natin na to. Yung line na tinutukoy natin dito is S. Nagkakaintindihan? S yung value na yan. Okay, this is your S. Ibig sabihin, position yan nung object mo at any given time. O makinig mabuti. Ngayon, kapag ipinlat natin yan, okay, so mag-start tayo ng 0, at time is equal to 1, at time is equal to 0, nandito ka lang. Nandiyan ka. Tama. Ngayon, tingnan mo mabuti. Teka lang. Okay, tingnan natin mabuti. Wait lang guys. Iikot natin yan eh. Okay. Hindi natin mabuti. So basically, nandyan ka sa at t is equal to at t is equal to 0, s is equal to 0. Ngayon naman, kapag tungtong mo guys ng 1, eto tayo. Kapag tungtong mo guys ng 1, pagtungtong, yari na tayo dito. Pag tungtong mo naman guys ng 1, ang mangyayari dyan is mapupunta ka daw dito sa positive 10.5. Okay, so pagpalagay natin, since iyan natin yan, pagpalagay natin na nandito ka. Okay? Yan ngayon, yung 10.5. So, ibig sabihin, mula dito, nag-travel ka. Mula doon, nag-travel ka. This will give 10.5 papunta dito. Okay? Ito yung una natin, at t is equal to 1. Tama ba? Ngayon naman, tingnan nyo mabuti. Ngayon naman guys, is mula daw, nung 5 ka naman daw, nung 5, nung 5 naman daw guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, napunta naman tayo ng negative 37.5. So, ibig sabihin, this will give us negative 37 yan, diba? So, this will give us 37.5. And by the way guys, nandun ka sa negative axis, negative yung 37.5 mo, kaya doon ka sa left ng axis mo. Ngayon naman, when t is equal to 6, your s is equal to negative 27 naman. So, I think ilalagay natin siya somewhere around here. Okay, so this is 27. Ngayon, paano na sir yung gagawin natin dyan? Okay, ngayon tingnan mong mabuti. Tingnan nyo mabuti kung paano ba yung path na iti-take nung ating object. Okay, tingnan nyo muna mabuti ha. Palitan ko lang, mag-add lang ako ng color. Sabihin natin blue. Tingnan nyo itong mabuti kung paano. From 0 guys, tingnan nyo mabuti. From 0, okay, to 1 second, nag-travel ka to the positive right ng ganyan. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Ngayon naman, mula naman dito, so, tingnan nyo mabuti ha. And by the way guys, the distance is a scalar property. Kahit na guys, kahit na guys, teka lang, lagay ko muna dito yung t is equal to 5 at dito naman t is equal to 6. Kahit na guys, negative yung makuha natin na sagot for distance kapag pinag-add natin sila absolute. Nagkakaintindihan? So kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ganito kasi yan. Mula dito ulit, di ba? Mula dito sa 0, nag-travel tayo at t is equal to 1, nakarating tayo ng 10.5. Ngayon guys, kung titingnan nyo, mula naman dito at t is equal to 1, okay, at t is equal to 1, simply, nag-travel naman tayo papunta doon sa diba? At t is equal to at t is equal to 5, doon naman tayo nag-travel ng kasunod. Tama ba? Nagkakaintindihan? Ngayon naman, mula dito sa t is equal to 5, by the way guys, nauna siyempre yung 5 bago 6. Ibig sabihin, from point 5 naman, from nandito ka naman sa point na to, bumalik ka ng rest, pumunta dun sa 6. Nagkakaintindihan? So, this is t is equal to 0. Okay, this is t is equal to 0. We're in wherein yung position mo is 0 and nag-travel ka at 1 second, nakarating ka ng 10.5. At sabi guys, na after 5 seconds, negative 37.5 siya. So, ibig sabihin, mula dito, as a negative 37.5 ka, ito kasi yun, ayan, 37.5, nasa negative ka. Okay, sir, bakit ganun? Bakit hindi siya mula dito binilang? Bakit hindi siya mula dito binilang? Okay, guys, yun yung sinasabi ko na ang distance natin is a scalar quantity. Tingnan nyo mabuti ano yung pinagkaiba ng scalar sa vector, okay? Siguro, dito na lang sa gilid. Okay? Kapag ka scalar quantity, teka, pagplasin na muna natin, hindi nyo pala magigets yan. O, ibig sabihin, ilan yung total distance covered yan? Okay? Ibig sabihin lang nun, guys, is, ilan ito? So, this will be 10.5 plus, mula dito, hanggang dito, this will yield 37.5 if this is 10.5 at 37.5 yung mula dito papunta dito. Okay, so this will give us 48. Paki-analyze na lang yan, ano? Kung paano nangyaring 48 yan. And mula dito naman sa point na to, bumalik ka sa rest, this will give you 37, tanong mo, 37 minus 37.5 minus 27, tama ba? This will give you 10.5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung total distance niya na na-cover, so the total distance is simply 10.5 plus 48 plus 10.5. So, ilan to? This will give 10.5 plus 48 plus 10.5. This will give 69 feet. 69 feet ba? 69 feet. So, ayan yan. Uulitin ko yung concept, ano? Kasi meron isang problem dito, kayo na magsosolve nun. Okay? Makinig. Una is, i-identify, inahanap sa atin yung total distance, di ba? Ibig sabihin, i-identify mo muna yung position, identify when the object stops. Okay, kung kinuha natin yung first time derivative nung position function natin, sinet natin na 0 kasi nga kinukuha natin yung time kung kailan siya hihinto, nakuha natin na hihinto siya at time is equal to 1 and 5 kasi hindi natin siya pwedeng i-analyze habang umaandar siya. And next is identify the position when the object stops. Nung huminto na siya, yun yung opportunity mo para ma-record kung ilan ba yung distance na na-cover niya. So we have t is equal to 0, 0 yung position niya. Ibig sabihin, at from the start, nasa 0 siya. And t is equal to 1 naman is equal to 1.5. 10.5 feet naman siya. Ibig sabihin, at time is equal to 1, nasa 10.5 feet naman siya. At time is equal to 5, nasa negative 37.5 feet siya. Yun yung position niya, guys. Yun yung position niya dun sa Cartesian plane mo. And at time is equal to, at time is equal to 6, nasa negative 27 na siya. So guys, kapag pinlat natin yun, kung mapapansin nyo ulit, kapag pinlat natin yun, at t is equal to 0, nasa 0 siya. Okay? And then t is equal to 1, nasa positive 10.5 siya. When t is equal to 5, nasa negative 37.5 siya. Tama? And, teka lang, hindi nyo siya nakikita because wala akong pangkulay. So, green. Okay? Tignan nyo ba? When t is equal to 0, nandito siya. When t is equal to 0, nandito siya. Tama? Ngayon, when t is equal to 1, nandito siya. When t is equal to 5, which is nag-stop siya doon, nandito siya ngayon. Nandito siya ngayon. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Teka lang. Nandito siya ngayon. Siya same lang yan. And then when t is equal to 6, eto na yung pinaka-last resort niya. Okay? Ibig sabihin guys, kapag titingnan mo yung yung tinravel niya, okay, tatravel siya papunta doon, okay, and babalik siya papunta doon sa pinaka, okay, dito sa 5 na yan, tama, and then babalik siya ta rest papunta dyan. So, ibig sabihin, ang na-cover niya is 10.5, okay, plus, mula dito, guys, sa green, mula dito sa point na to, up to this point, Pagpaplasin mo lang 10.5 saka yung 37.5, you'll get 48. Eh, bakit po pinag-plus? Bakit po sir hindi negative 37? Di po ba that negative 37.5 plus 10.5 is equal to 27. So, mali na po agad dyan. Bakit po naging 48? Guys, yun yung pinagkaiba ng distance sa displacement, sa vector, sa scalar. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, this is your, pag vector, pag scalar, this is absolute. Okay? Ngayon, pag nag-set tayo ng ganyan, for example, this is 10 and this is negative 5. Same thing with this one and this is negative 5. Kapag kumukuha ka ng vector summation, basically ang vector summation mo dito or VSUM is equal to 10 plus negative 5. So it will yield It will yield 5 lang. Eh pagka kumukuha ng scalar sum, it is absolute value of 10 plus negative 5. So ibig sabihin, pag sinabing absolute, kahit negative, lahat ng negative i-treat mo pa rin as positive. So 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. And kung titingnan nyo mabuti guys, distance yung hinahanap. And distance is a scalar or vector quantity? It is a scalar quantity. So, ang sagot natin is 69 feet. I hope that that's clear. Okay? So, yun. Para makatipid lang ako. Okay, ayan. So, ang sagot natin for that is 69. Okay, so medyo mahaba-haba pala itong usapan natin na to, ano? Nakapagod. Anyway, so next is for the number 5 naman tayo. For number 5, the acceleration of a particle along a straight line. Dito guys, makinig kayo mabuti. Along a straight line, we have number 5 is given as A is equal to 1/4, okay, s raised to 0.5 meter per second square. Okay? Magkakaintindihan? And then guys, we all know guys that ano ba hinahanap? Determine the particle's velocity at s is equal to 2 meters. Meron kang given na acceleration, naghahanap ka ng velocity at a certain time interval. You know that the general formula for that is the AdS is equal to VdV. So para sa hindi nakakaalam kung paano nangyari yun, di ba, we have V ds over dt. Okay? So, sorry. We have V is equal to ds over dt. Tama? And A is equal to dV over dt. Okay? So, pagka ikinuha mo to, this will yield as your dt is equal to ds over dV. And then, kapag kinuha mo naman yung dt dito is equal to dV over A. And then, guys, dt. Sorry, this is V lang pala. Okay? And then guys, dt is equal to dt, tama? At a certain time kasi dyan, same lang naman sila. Conditional mag-related. So, ibig sabihin, ds over v is equal to dv over a. So, simply, a, ds, cross multiply, and then v, dv. So, yan yung magiging working function or working equation natin for this one. Okay, so lipat ko lang to doon. Dinerive ko lang naman siya ulit. So, ayan na. And then guys, okay na tayo dyan. So, we can we say that sabi dyan is where S is in meters. If V is, given natin, if V is equal to 0, S is equal to 1 meter. Okay, determine the particle's velocity daw at S V if S is equal to 2 meters. Okay, so ibig sabihin pala na to, ang condition natin guys is 0 to final velocity. O, tingnan niyo mabuti kasi ang given sa atin is is acceleration by the function of position. Okay? Kaya ang binigay din sa atin na value is a value ng position. Ito. Okay? So, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, di ba, we have ADS is equal to VDV. I-plug in mo ngayon yung value ng A, which is 1/4. Tama? S raised to 0.5. S raised to 0.5 ds. Okay? Is equal to, V, and then dV. Kapag ka maglalagay tayo ng limit, okay, tingnan nyo mabuti, lower limit to upper limit, nag-i-start tayo guys sa lower limit. Di ba sinabi sa atin, when the velocity is equal to 0, yung particles position natin, by the way guys, this is S and this is function of velocity. Kaya ds and dv. Okay? From 0, ang position daw natin is 1 meter. Meter ba ang unit? Yes, meter. Okay. Ngayon naman, ilan daw yung velocity? Teka lang. Okay. Ilan daw yung velocity natin when s is equal to 2. Ganyan guys magre-relate. Okay? And then kapag inano mo na yan, ang tag dito, kapag i-differentiate mo na yan, simply ilabas natin 1/4. 'Di ba ang mangyayari dito is s raised to 0.5 plus 1 over 0.5 plus 1. Tama? O left side muna mamaya na right side. So, ibig sabihin, this will yield as 1/4. Tama? And 2/3 ay S 3/2. Yan kasi lalabas dyan over 3/2. And guys, kapag nag-extreme and means kasi, sige, pakita ko na nga para sure. S is equal to 3 halves. Okay? And you have 3/2. Di ba guys, kapag nag-extreme and means kayo, magsiset kayo ng 1 dito. Tama? Kaintindihan? Di ba pag i-divide yung ganyan yan? Tama. So, ibig sabihin, ayan yan, extreme and means, ang mangyayari magiging 2/3 s raised to 3 halves. I hope guys, maliwanag yan, Okay? Extreme, ulitin natin para, Okay? Extreme muna. Pag pinag-multiply mo to, you'll get 2s raised to 3 halves. Kapag pinag-multiply mo to, you have 3. So, simplifying, you have 1/4. Magiging 2/3s raised to 3 halves. Tama? And then guys, kung mapapansin nyo, you have given limit dito from lower limit 1 to 2. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, you have 1/4 multiplied by 2/3 ng ng 2 raised to 3 halves minus 2/3 ng 1 raised to 3 halves. I hope guys, basic integration, okay, is alam pa rin natin. Okay, so pagka kinompute natin yan, this will give us 1/4, okay, 1/4 multiplied by 2/3 ng 2 raised to 3 halves minus 2/3 1 raised to 3 halves. Okay, so this will give us 0.3047. So, sa left pa lang tayo 3047. Ano yun? 3.04, 340.7. Okay, next is, makinig, okay, pagkalipat natin dito sa right side ng ating equation, basically kapag nag-integrate tayo ng V, is simply, ano yan? So, ibig sabihin, this will yield V square over V. Tama ba? Okay, so V squared over B, lagyan natin dito, V squared over B, para dito ako maglalagay ng limit. Okay, so this will give us V squared over V, okay, tingnan nyo mabuti, from 0 to V, kasi yun yung limit niya. Okay, ngayon, mali, ba't ba over V? This should be over 2, tama? Kasi, integrate natin yung variable. Okay? So, this will yield, or this will give us, tingnan nyo mabuti, V square over 2 minus 0 square over 2. So, cancel to. Matitira na lang sa atin is V square over 2. So, V square over 2. And then we get V is equal to x squared over 2, 0.3047, 47. Ang kuha natin is 0.781. So, velocity natin is 0.781 meter per second. So, ayun yung answer natin for this one. So, meron ba? Meron siyang lumabas. This is letter makamamali pa. Letter B. Okay? So, yon. Next is for letter, let's say, situation 6 to, ano naman to? Sorry. This is situation, ito na guys. So, this is situation 6 to 7. Ito is similarly, ang gagawin nyo dapat dito is to, dito. Sige na, solve ko na nga. Dapat kayo na magsasagot sana. Solve ko na. Okay? Kasi, ito yung tanong lang sa akin kayo, Sir, paano po pag-average velocity? Bakit po hindi ko makuha kapag po tinututi minus 6 ko siya? Teka, pakita natin. So, this will be situation 6 to 8. Okay? This will give us situation 6 to 8. Ngayon, ang function natin is S is equal to T square minus 6T plus 5 meters. Determine the average velocity of the particle when T is equal to 6 seconds. Kung mapapansin nyo, ang gagawin ng iba dyan, kukunin nila yung first time derivative, magiging 2T minus 6 as T is equal to 6. Ilan ngayon yan? So, V is equal to 2, 6 minus 6. Sir, bakit ala akong nakukuha? 2 times 6 minus 6 is 6. Tapos, wala siya dito sa choices. Diba? Wala dyan. Kasi mali yung ginagawa natin. Burahin ko muna. Bakit siya mali? Ang tinatanong sa atin guys is the average speed. Speed? Letter V. Is the average speed or average velocity. Kapag ka VAVG yung ginagamit natin, okay? Kapag ka average velocity yung ano tawag dito? Kapag ka average velocity guys, yung ginagamit natin, basically, we're finding or we're getting the we're getting the displacement over that elapsed time or time elapsed. 6-second interval yung kinukuha natin. 6 seconds interval. So, ibig sabihin, yung position mo, S is equal to T square minus 6T plus 5 meters. Okay? Ibig sabihin, from rest, okay, S1 mo dito is at T1 equal to 0. Yung S2 mo naman dito is at T2 when equal to 6. Ibig sabihin, yung displacement mo, nasaan ka nung time is equal to 0, nasaan ka by the end of 6 seconds. So, ibig sabihin, kunin mo lang. Okay? Yung S1 mo ngayon dito is simply equal to 0 square minus 60 plus 5. So, ilan to? This will give you, This will give you 5. Kasi makakancel mo to, makakancel mo yan. So, 0. 5 na lang matitira. For your S2 naman, simply guys, 6 square minus 6 multiplied by 6. Tama? Plus 5. Okay? Is equal to 6 square is 36. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36. 36 minus 36, makakancel yan. Matitira na lang din is 5. Tama? Di ba guys, ang displacement natin is basically equal to S2 minus S1 or the final minus initial velocity and T2 minus T1. Okay, so kung makukuha natin yan, the average speed, the VAVG, is basically equal to 5 minus 5 over time elapsed na 6 minus 0. So basically, 0 over 6 is equal to 0 meter per second. Ayun yung magiging sagot natin dyan. So this will give us the answer na, this will give us the answer na 0 meter per second. I hope that's clear. Now guys, eto na naman tayo. Ang hinahanap kasi natin dito, sir, bakit hindi iba po ba average speed sa average velocity? Of course, yes. Okay? And from P6, the average of VAG. The S average is simply equal to ilan? Or what? O the distance over time naman to. The distance over the time interval or time elapsed or time interval. Lagyan na natin distance over time. Dito na tayo ulit magkakaroon paano man natin masosolve yung distance. So, ulitin natin. Pagka nagsosolve tayo ng total distance at meron tayong given function, let's rewrite this as t square minus 6t plus 5 meters. Kunin mo daw yung velocity kung saan siya nag-i-stop. So, ibig sabihin, ds over dt, yung v mo is equal to 2t minus 6. Iset mo to as 0. Okay, makukuha mo ngayon that yung t mo is magi-stop siya. Okay, magi-stop siya when t is equal to 3. So, ibig sabihin ang mga point na nagi-stop siya is when t is equal to 0, t is equal to 3, and of course, babalik siya sa rest, t is equal to 6. So, I hope that's clear. Ayan ngayon yung mga time natin. Ngayon, siyempre, hindi nga ulit natin pwedeng kunin guys yung position habang umaandar siya. Kunin mo yung position nung during mga nakahinto siya. So, S equal to T1 is basically equal to, okay, T square or 1 square minus 6, 1 plus 5 is equal to basically 1 square minus 6 multiplied by 1 plus 5 is equal to 0 o at rest. Nasa kahinto siya. When S is this is T is equal to 0 pala. Okay, not 1. This is 0. Okay. Ulitin natin. Mali ako nung nalagay. Hindi siya 1. Okay. So, S when T is equal to 0 is simply equal to 0 square minus 6, 0 plus 5. So, ibig sabihin, positive 5 meters siya at S equal to 1. At S equal to time equal to 3 is equal to 3 square minus 6 multiplied by 3 plus 5. Ilan naman to? So, this will give us 3 square minus 6 multiplied by 3 plus 5 is, this will give us negative 4 meters. And for S is equal to T equal to 4, simply equal to, 6 pala, not 4. 6 is equal to 4 square minus 4 multiplied by, minus 6 multiplied by 4 plus 5 equal to, so sabihin 4 square minus 6 multiplied by 4 plus 5, basically it's equal to negative 3. Okay? So, yun. Okay na tayo. Hindi. So, 4 square. Guys, ba't ba 4? Ano ba tong ginagawa ko? Okay. Yung 4 na naman. Meron sa 4. 6 square minus 6 multiplied by 6 plus 5 is equal to, alisin natin to. This is 5 meters nga. And then guys, di pa sabi natin, ipa-plot natin yung yung value niya. So, ibig sabihin, mag-plot tayo dito. Okay? This is S is equal to 0. Nagkakaintindihan? Ngayon, tingnan nyo. When T is equal to 0, nasaan ka? Nasa positive 5 ka daw. So, let's say, ang pangit. Nasaan daw yung, ayan. So, ibig sabihin, when time is equal to when time is equal to 0, andito ka. When time is equal to 0, ito, S is equal to 0 to, nasa ka? S is equal to positive 5. So, ito ka. Andiyan ka. Okay? Ngayon naman, when S is equal to, nasa pangalawa ka. When S is equal to When S is equal to 3, nandito ka daw, guys. Nasa negative 4 ka. So, when T is equal to 3, your S is equal to negative 4. So, ayan. Andiyan ka naman daw. And then, when T is equal to 6, okay, your S is equal to 5 again. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, if this is the case, if this is eto is 5, tama ba? And this is negative 4, tignan nyo yung magiging path nung natin. Tignan nyo watch the red line, okay? Tignan nyo mabuti. Mula dyan sa T is equal to 0, when T is equal to 0, nasa position 5 ka na. Pumunta ka dito, this will yield 5 plus 4. Di ba nga, absolute yan? So, ibig sabihin, ang total distance na na-cover mo na from 0 to 3 is 5. Absolute value ng 5 plus negative 4, di ba, is equal to 9. Tama? O, ayan na. Okay? Blue na nga lang. Ayan yung total na na-cover mo. Ngayon, mula dito, na nagsimula ka naman sa 3, bumalik ka ng time is equal to 6, ang na-distance mo ulit is 5. Positive 5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kapag kinuha mo ulit yung distance na to mula dito, this will give you naman absolute value ng negative 4 plus 5. Okay? This will give you absolute value naman ng negative 4 plus 5. So, this is also equal to 9. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, 9 ka papunta, 9 ka pabalik. Ang total distance na na-cover mo, 9 plus 9. So, is equal to 9 plus 9 is equal to 18. At kapag guys kumuha ka ng velocity, okay, the average speed, the SAVG, it is simply total distance, which is 18 over elapsed time 6. The answer will be 3 meter per second. Meron ba dyan sa meron dyan syempre. So this will give you 3 meter per second. O, determine the acceleration daw. O, for acceleration naman guys, acceleration is constant. Linear lang yung naging change mo. Get the function S is equal to T square minus 60 plus 15. Basically, ang V mo nga dyan is 2T minus 6. Ang acceleration mo dyan, this will yield 2 meter per second square. Meron ba? And again, meron dyan. So, this is 2 meter per second square. That's for number 8. Okay? And for number 9, ito kung ano lang to. Ito na yung favorite nyo. Oh my God, nakita nyo na naman. It refers to the straight line motion. Curvectory. Projectory. Okay? Buti na lang, hindi naglagay ng ganun. Okay? Kung hindi, sinagot nyo na naman yun. Nakakahiya na naman tayo. Oh, it refers to a straight line motion. Ang sagot dito guys is rectilinear kinematics. Okay? When a motion is, ang nature is curve, okay, doon na tayo nagkakaroon tangential and normal acceleration, something like that, the projectile motion, basically that's curvilinear kinematics, okay? So this is the total distance traveled divided by, ito din may nagtanong sa akin dito, total distance traveled divided by the total time, na i-discuss ko to before, the difference nung una, but guys, this is widely elaborated during your physics class, during our physics class, na-elaborate siya. And it is important to note that the total distance over time, tinan mo mabuti. Okay, ulitin nyo to. Please take note of that. That the average or the total, okay, that the average, the SAVG is basically equal to, total distance over time. Okay? And then for velocity naman, it is simply equal to displacement over time. So that's it. So ang big sabihin, ang sagot for number 10 is average speed, and the total displacement of a particle divided by the total time is simply velocity or average velocity. So that's it. So yun muna, 1 to 11 muna, and ayun lang. Okay, mag-proceed tayo for number 12.